it's at or nothing. It just progresses. I think it's because of the type of knife it is. They don't want to give out information.
Hey, it's time, by the way.
Hey, man, it's 6 o'clock.
I was letting you just have a little off the topic kind of thing going on, tracking and everything going on. So, I'd let you go about knives. Anyways, let's just go and jump right into it, shall we? Yeah, I think we can. All right. Let's go ahead. Oh, wrong scene. Let's go ahead and thank everybody for joining today. I hope everybody's here to have a good time. I need to turn down my laptop because I can hear it. Oh, my God. This is the Bearthoughts podcast where we go live every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central American time. And I'm still loud. I can still hear myself. Shut up, me. There we go. Here on YouTube at Grumpy Beat Gaming, we have a very good time. We go live. Today we have a new person joining us. We have Corvo's wife, Stealthy Elf, and I hope she'll be joining us. And so glad. It's very nice to have you here. It's quite nice actually to have a lady between two men. We're sandwiching here today, guys. So only one person can play with the toes though. So I see she still puts her feet on you.
Ow! Damn it, man! You know that gets me fired up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're just new here. And as always, leave a comment below about any conversations or topic you may want to talk about in the future. Or if you've been watching any of the old episodes, what was your favorite episode? I'd love to still hear that. Having a response on that. But as always, Corvo, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good today.
Doing pretty
I've had a pretty good day. I got to leave work early today, so hey, yeah.
Leave work early? I thought you were like swamped the other day.
Well, let me tell you what happened here. My boss is at another site, and his boss is on vacation. So the ultimate big cheese of our company said, "Hey, you can go your ass home. I know you're tired." I was like, "Oh, thank you, Masa."
Ultimate big cheese, go home. Thank you. Save me money because you cost it.
No, I'm salary. I'm salary, baby. So he had to pay me anyway.
Okay. And of course we got Stealthy. You are off today. That'd been a little nice to have that for once. Of course on paid leave. I'm gonna have that feel to be paid. Huh?
It's not paid leave. But...
It's not paid leave? Oh, dang it. I'm about to say, if it's paid leave, why the heck not? Just go for it. I thought you were walking on pins and needles with your job, considering how many days that you missed since the Corvo.
I do have an update on that actually.
Okay, so just go right into it. What's going on with that?
So remember I was saying that originally we had our hours about weird, like it wasn't quite right.
Yeah.
And none of us could figure it out. So we're like, well, whatever, it is what it is. I ended up being about, due to everything with the COVID, with only 1 hour left. And if I messed up and used that 1 hour or missed a day, I was basically walking on that little thing rope going.
Of being fired.
So I got perfect attendance, which when you do get that, the nice thing about the job, you do get another extra 4 hours of unpaid time off.
So wait, you got perfect attendance?
Huh?
You got perfect attendance?
Yeah, they do. Every 30 days that you don't miss work, you get perfect attendance. And it does include weekends or any days that you're not technically scheduled to be in there.
Shoot, my wife gets a perfect attendance this entire year.
Still perfect attendance, even though this is reduced hours for me right now.
Okay. So perfect attendance allow you to have a little more hours of leeway or missing days. Yeah. Okay, it's kind of nice. Every 30 days, that does save your ass. Other than like my wife, she only get a perfect attendance if it's the entire year, not just 1 week. So
no, it's got to be a month.
A month.
Every 30 days.
Oh man, that's still quite nice.
And you get extra 4 hours.
Okay.
And I think there's a limit, but I don't remember what it is.
I would go into I would go into my stuff, but I don't want to get beat for my nice packages.
Yeah,
Don't
I
worry,
would
we're
tell
gonna
you
get
right
there. We're gonna get there. So as some of y'all may see, he's well, actually you can't see, but go grab the new one. Go grab the new one. I want to see the new one.
Okay.
Corvo got a new one. He got this while out, right? So how exactly did this come about? And y'all see in a second here what I'm talking about. As y'all may not know, I got him already one of these. This is Skeletor with Panther. That looks like, even I'm a little taken aback how cool that looks. And I'm not a huge He-Man. Like, that is very nice. I'm still surprised sometimes what Funko Pops can do for the figurines. How much did that cost you?
It was about
About the same
it was
price?
about the same price. That sale you seen.
Yeah.
I guess they were going on in all the Walmarts because they had a sale on theirs too.
Wow. Okay. So everybody was selling for $24 for something like that. I still think that's a steal. And you're quite lucky if you're getting it for the last one, right? It was the last one on there.
Yeah, that was
that
the
was the
last
last one
one
there.
on the shelf.
What were y'all doing over there? Like, I don't think that was your usual town, right?
We had a couple of things that we were doing there. What was it? What all
I'll
were
tell
we
you in a
doing?
minute. Also, hi, Darkness Eagle, because they've said it. I've been waiting on a good point to say hi to them.
I can't remember. We were basically doing some shopping. We originally went down there to
Teachers.
get some
iPads.
candles for the teachers
Okay.
for our kids, and we ended up stopping by the Walmart there on the way out. And we were going through there looking, and I'm like you, I'm a big dork geek, so I walked right through the dork geek section, and we were looking, and Stealthy pointed out that they had a couple of the ones like you sent me,
Mhm.
and I was kind of looking to see what else they had, and I seen they had one of those, and I was like, ooh, mine.
Hookah chugga, Mike.
Yeah, pretty much.
Looking at the wife going,
Even-
do we have money
even
for it?
more.
Can we
So,
buy
yeah.
it? My precious. Well, I'm sure she didn't say anything about the Deadpool stuff that was right there, too, because I'm pretty sure they had the Deadpool stuff there, right?
Yeah, they had some Deadpool stuff there, but I was more interested in my pop than I was anything.
I know you're not rude.
You're fine, Darkness.
So, Stealthy, let's go ahead and give you a little bit of about yourself here.
Oh, so you're gonna do that for me?
We're gonna jump into that real quick, Stealthy. Well, I want you to tell us a little bit about you. But first, give us your. I guess don't tell what job you or where you work at, but give us your occupation, your hat, and some of your hobbies, if you wouldn't mind telling us what a few things you like. And what's with the hat?
How dare you? That's my hat.
You keep on wearing that hat because I have no idea what the story with that hat is.
Oh
This
boy.
is. Oh God.
Yep, tell it.
I don't want to tell the
Too
story.
late.
Tell it.
I don't want to tell the story.
I'll
It's not
tell it.
even a
I'm
story.
gonna tell it.
God, go tell it.
Okay, so she won't tell you, but this hat actually comes from one of our favorite places, Universal Studios.
Okay, not surprised.
We were down there doing what we normally do, having a good time, and she was looking around in shops, and she is very difficult to get to purchase anything for herself.
Okay, let me see if I can nail this one because I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this one. She's the type of person that she wants it, but as soon as she sees the price of it, she's like, nope, and you're like, I'm getting it. No?
It's worse than that. She's the kind of person that'll see it and want it, but won't let you get it because she wants to spend it on you.
Okay. Well, my
So-
wife's a little bit like, I like this. How much is it? If it's not free, I'm not getting it. It's not free. Let's put it back. I'm like, no, I'm grabbing it. It's mine. We're going. You're buying
So we
it.
walked into the Tucson Chocolate Factory there, and they had a bunch of steampunk, clothes on some mannequins around, and they make chocolate, and they've got a restaurant and stuff. And she sees this hat in the display, and they sell these things there too.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any more in the back. And it was the only time that she actually was like, yeah, I'll get that if they've got one. So I was like in overdrive mode. Hell yeah, I finally got her to say she wanted something. I'm finna get this
She
shit.
wants some.
She wants
Get
it.
some.
So when the girl comes out and tells her that they don't have one, you can see she's a little, but she's like, oh, it's okay, I'll be all right. She walks off, and I looked at the girl. I said, who else has one? Who else has one? So she calls the other side of the park to this place that sells hats and stuff, and they're like, yeah, we got one in stock. Over there we went. We're like, you getting this damn hat?
Like, why are you walking so fast? We got things to do.
Yeah, there you go. That was it. That was it. So ever since I got her this hat, she periodically will wear it on stream. She has a dress that goes nice with it.
Yes, I saw the dress. Very pretty.
And she took my freaking cloak to my Severus Snape outfit.
Good with it too.
Put it on with this hat and ran around the top tier of the parking lot at Universal at 2 a.m. in the morning going, look, it's beautiful. And we were cracking up. I was like, oh my bejesus.
She's young again.
I was like, I can't keep up with that. I'm too old.
Whatever. Okay, Stealthy. I have to ask this question because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are curious. What is your obsession with theme parks?
I love roller coasters.
That is not a good enough answer. You know that.
I don't think you understand how much I love roller coasters.
Come on, give us what is your feeling when you're on the roller coaster that you feel like you got to have, like, that is like your place to go?
Yeah, like the fix for it. I would probably say the adrenaline, and I just like how fast you go. And there's very little that you can legally do that can go that fast.
Okay,
so I mean,
is it a fear? Is it the jerking? Is it the ungravity defying sometimes, I would almost say?
Yeah, I would probably go more, like, if out of all the ones you said, would probably go more towards.
Wow.
And now super bright. Okay. I don't know what's going on with their camera chat, so we're dealing with it. Keep on going. Don't stop.
Look like she's in a photo shoot and somebody's got a flash bulb going.
She's in a theme park in a photo shoot right now. 3 minutes later, we're gonna see somewhere coming out and be a little strip of photos and her doing some pose every now and then. It's gonna be one of those.
I don't know at this point.
Somebody give her a kiss so you can see me catch that on the film. But anyways, so is it primarily just like Orlando, or is it like if there's any pop-up, let's say a pop-up carnival comes up, do you like gotta go?
I haven't really hit carnivals that much, mainly because usually the carnivals, the one around here,
Yeah,
they don't really have like a whole lot of rides.
okay.
Or at least not rides that I would be like interested in. Like, there's usually a merry-go-round and maybe 1 or 2 other rides, and I'm just like, eh. So, but if it's got a roller coaster, we have a theme park near where we live that we actually have annual passes to.
Yeah.
Me and him will get on the roller coasters. We enjoy just getting on them and stuff. Sometimes we go to the theme park for the boys. They enjoy their rides, which then at those times, maybe I might get on 1 or 2, but it's not always the time. Why are you laughing?
I'm just watching this strobe light effect, and I'm like,
but I'm special. I'm cool, okay? You gotta deal with it.
She's very bright. Anyways, so if I would say, like, let's go to the theme park in Japan, would you be all over that?
Oh, hell yeah. Not even gonna lie.
So let's
you go, hey, I'm going to the theme park. You just need to budget it. I'll be like, okay, when we going?
that would be something I would like. Like, there's the theme parks in Japan is like one of the fastest ones in the world. I think it's in Japan, in Tokyo. So I'm like, if you want thrills, I would imagine that would be cool. But also like the Nintendo park that's going to be opened up. That would be pretty fun.
That Nintendo Land is technically Universal as well.
Yeah, so just put it out there because we do plan to go back there within the next COVID-free year. Put it out there, universe, COVID-free year. We're gonna go back, and you're always welcome. But okay, so I'm gonna go here and only tell me as much as you are comfortable telling me. I'm gonna be a little personal here, so mind me if you're gonna be that. But I'm gonna be kind of going at an angle, and I'm sure some people here may or may not know this. Tell me about a little bit of your upbringing and why you weren't allowed to play video games.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Because it's like certain things I'll share, certain things I won't share.
Again, like tell me what you can.
Like, as I was growing up, a lot of the stuff that typically you would think would be blocked from me were not blocked. It was kind of a like, you are your own person. You can do anything you want to do, type of thing.
Okay.
But at a specific point, because I guess I hit puberty, or so my family thought, or whatever, it instantly became, no, you fit in this one role. This is where you go. And at that point, it's like I couldn't do much else about it. I was young. I was a kid. And at that point, my dad's like, no. This is your role. This is where you're going. This is how it goes. And it just sucked from then on out.
So it wasn't like a video games are the devil or anything like that, or video games are evil? Or...
No, it was more not wanting anybody able to have an influence on me.
Okay.
Kind of a situation, I guess would be the best way to say it.
Overguarded, I would say.
And yeah, basically, I was in a protective bubble. I was not allowed out of it. No matter how much I told them, I can handle myself.
Okay.
So I was stuck in that bubble.
And we don't want to get to be specific of why you were in that bubble, right? Like, I don't want to touch it if you don't want to touch it. And just pretty much saying.
Part of it, I think, is like I said, because up until they thought I hit puberty, which I didn't hit for another 3 or 4 years, I had no interest in it. I was like, in what they thought was going to be influential on my decisions. And so I'm this kid, literally still a kid, because I haven't hit puberty. And I'm just trapped. I can't do anything. I want to go play games, but I can't do it with my friends unless somebody's supervising me.
Okay. And what was your first game ever you played? Like, what was the game that started you on the path of video games?
Like, I know that before I met him and actually got into it, I did play a couple of computer games.
Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, it was like educational type games.
Oh, education. Okay.
Yeah. And then after that, it was mainly like solitaire and stuff like that, because there wasn't really a whole lot much I could get to. My cousins did play sometimes like Pokemon on their little DS, or they played. I'm gonna ask you, because if anybody knows about it, you would probably know.
Okay.
It was a PlayStation game,
or
it was either the Sega Genesis, maybe.
Okay.
And it had it was Darkwing Duck or something like that.
Yeah.
A video game.
Yeah,
they were playing it.
Darkwing Duck.
It wasn't Scrooge McDuck. It was Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
No, it was Darkwing Duck.
It was Darkwing.
Okay. So that was
'Cause
your
it-
first game, like you legit, like you didn't watch it, you played it, right? Like it was.
No.
Well, I'm
I
asking
mean,
what game you
but
played.
if we played it, I had the controller off maybe 5 minutes before it got taken away from me
Okay,
because it was
so
not something a girl would do.
all right, well, okay. Did you? What was it? Like we want you to be very feminine. We want you to be more womanly. We didn't want you to be interested in that kind of things because they may saw it as maybe more of a man's interest or a child's interest.
They thought of it as a child's and a male's interest kind of a
Okay.
deal.
Well, and a lot of the games back then were directed and targeted toward men. So let's just,
Well, not just that. Like literally, my upbringing was I was to stay at home, be a mom, clean the house, cook, clean. That's it.
Okay, so that's very old school thinking. That's oh wow, that's
Which is ironic because as a child, that was not how I was brought up. Which is why there was so much conflict as I got older.
okay. Did you celebrate holidays or birthdays? Just real quick. I've been asking.
No.
No, you didn't celebrate none of those.
The only thing that we ever did was the commemoration, which is basically like an Easter.
Yeah, kind of like Jesus.
And maybe some anniversary, like a wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Okay. I actually argued with one at one time about the whole no birthday things. Like we celebrate, the birth of him, but yet we don't celebrate, his children, us being his children. I was always like, why do we celebrate the birth of one child but not his children? And I've always had that little debate with one of them, and one of them actually was like, that does make a lot of sense. And I was I don't know if I was converting them, but I made him question it, and that's always the step. But okay, so
I'm a little confused by what you're saying.
Jesus' birth, they do a memorization of his passing and of his birth in it, but yet they don't ever.
I mean, they
Records is
explained that
wide.
it was close to the same time, but in reality, it's just mainly about
Reverse.
his death and then his rebirth, not the actual birth.
Yeah, but I'm like, it's still his birth, so like, why are we celebrating his birth? Like, it's just way in a manger. So I've always was more curious about that. So, and of course, as you described to me, my side of it was different from your side of it in a lot of regards.
Yes.
Since mine was more considered as the cult side of it, and your side was more considered as the more truer side of it, which still sound like a shitty time. For anybody who knows what we're talking about here, you can read between the line. Yes.
I like my side. It was called the country redneck side.
The more easy of times to pass on by. So, okay, Stealth, let's go into a little bit more of your hobbies here. Now, I know one of your hobbies, and that is streaming. Now, what made you get into that?
Oh, shit.
Why?
Okay. So we were sitting around one day and she goes, "Man, I wish I could do something from home that I might could make some money." And the only thing I could think of at the moment was, "Hey, why don't you try streaming?"
That worked out really well.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it's more of she don't need
a big streamer now, but he wasn't that a big one at that point.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that if I could be honest, she doesn't have to work.
Yeah, I know that. She knows that.
If she wants an excuse to play video games, then I tell her go to work. And I wanted her to be happy.
Yeah.
She likes playing games. And it seemed logical to me if she was happy playing the games. If she was going to try to make some money, I would like for her to do something she was happy doing.
Now, as far as I understand it, it was for a little bit there was more of a, hey, honey, I'm bored. I want to watch you go live.
That was true. At the very beginning of it, that was really what I was pushing for. I won't lie. I was being selfish. I was at work. All I did all day was build machines at my desk and ship them out to other sites because at the time there were no other people that did what I did at the other sites.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know about you, but imagine doing what you did with your machine, but doing it with 6 machines at the same time every day, all day, in a cube alone.
Boy,
It
that
gets
would be
very
boring.
it gets very, very old and very boring. So when she started streaming, I could at least sit my phone up on the cabinet,
Yeah.
put an earbud in my ear, and look up every now and then, and I had some entertainment while I worked. And hell, my boss wanted to buy a TV to put in my cubicle. He said, because just that little bit increase your productivity like by 50%. Shit, I'll put a 32-inch in there and we'll see if we can pump out, twice as
That's
much.
a boss for you. That's a boss for you, man. Okay, so there was a mutual benefit out of it. She wanted to do something, play video games, and you want someone to watch. And of course, watching your lovely wife is always let's be honest, a nice bonus to have that while you're at work. Because
Yep.
it's just, hey, I want to see my wife. Well, I can't see her right now. I sure miss her. Go
Before you
live
go,
so I can see you.
I'll get you one.
Okay, then I'll
Just
just
pop
say.
your ears in. I'll be right back. I
All
gotta
right.
go grab something.
Go.
She'll still be here.
All right. Well, I can always flabbergast with with Stealthy. Stealthy, don't ever think that I only had to be directing questions. By the way, if you ever feel like a conversation or a thought comes to your head, be sure to let that pop out. Yeah, this is switch sides so your other side of the camera can stop having a raid fest. I'm so curious what the heck is on with your camera. That is so interesting. Let's see.
I'm enjoying it, but I don't know what's going on with
Yeah,
my
it's a
camera.
freaking rave. I wonder if it's getting a little hot a little bit. But, okay. So tell me,
I doubt it.
what is that surprise that you had for me? You said you had a surprise, and I'm like, surprise? I'm like, what
I
surprise?
don't remember.
And you literally texted me on Discord the other day and goes, we have a surprise for you. And I'm like, all right,
Oh,
I'll
that
find
was
out
me
tomorrow.
actually being here today.
Oh,
'Cause
being here today
You
was a
guys were
surprise.
like, we're waiting for you to be free one day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not free," because I was working. And then they hit me last week, and they're like, "Hey, guy, you got Wednesday off." I was like, "Oh, keep it under wraps. Don't say shit."
Oh, that's
So-
well. I'm not complaining at all. I've been asking to have you for a while. If it wasn't for the fact that I knew you were working, I would like to have you here more often. But that's just me being greedy again. Because again, for everybody does not know.
Everybody, when it comes to me, wants to be greedy.
Yeah. But for those who do not know, Stealthy here was actually the first person to, other than my wife, of course, let's just be abundantly clear. Other than my wife, was the first person to come to my channel and actually watch, and she was the first person to raid me, even though it was probably a raid of
And
2
host you.
people. So it wasn't but it was a first person. And do you remember what game I was playing?
Oh yeah,
Okay, so go on and tell
Fury.
me.
Darksiders.
What was your thoughts and your opinion when you first saw this? I can't say this luscious beard because it wasn't this long back then.
It
But
wasn't luscious then
no,
either.
it was quite short.
It looks much better now, but it was nowhere near.
But yeah, you saw this grumpy bear.
I seen you, and you were actually trying really hard to get everybody to, to have some good time and everything. And you had kind of very same personality that Corvo has. And I was just looking at it, and I was like, I was feeling bad because I was like, you have it, it's in there. It's just you don't have what you need, which. In my case, I don't care. I'm that type of a streamer. I'm like, I'm gonna do me. Which, if you're there, okay, great. I'll talk to you.
A lot
if
of
you're not
people's-
there,
a lot
I'm
of
just gonna
people's-
do me anyway.
A lot of people seem to gravitate more toward that, and I feel like I should have that. But by my mind, I'm such a perfectionist when it comes to it. I can't help but to try so dang hard.
I think the reason why for me it's not as difficult is because basically I think of it this way. I'm not streaming in a sense for them because even though it's there to entertain them, I know that if I focus on that, it's just going to bring you down.
Gotcha.
Kind of the situation. Hi.
Hey, baby.
We had
I
to
saw your
switch.
tail.
Oh my
I'm
god!
fine with that.
The camera.
I'll go back.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just end the camera and then restart it and see if that maybe like
Okay.
loops it?
Will do.
But we still can hear you. Okay, so you saw me and you went, okay, this guy's talking to mid-air. Let's rate him.
Hang on here. Give me a second and I'll answer that question.
All right. Sorry if the camera goes a little wonky, everybody, but
Hopefully that'll fix it.
maybe.
But I don't know if you guys can see me, but I'm just gonna
Cannot.
stick my head over on this side. So since he's got that problem too, basically, if he doesn't have somebody talking to him while he's streaming, even though he's enjoying himself playing the game, he doesn't feel like he has anything to say, so he feels like it's not doing anything, and then he'll feel terrible about himself. So usually when he does stream, it's because I'm at home and I'm able to talk to him while he's streaming. If not, then he's just it makes him grouchy.
Gotcha.
Kind of like you, which is why I was like, oh look, it's somebody else I know. I'll sit here, I'll talk with him, I'll try to keep him pumped up, and slowly other people started joining because you did interact more with them. So
yeah, as soon as
So-
I had something to say, I will say it.
Yeah, my problem is I grew up very much during that day and age where there wasn't streaming, so you pretty much sat in front of your game console or your
I'm
computer.
hearing
And
echo. I don't know how I'm hearing it, but I'm hearing echo.
that's right.
that's right, I haven't hit
the mic again. Give me a second.
No, it's still Rave Master. We're gonna just say
No. It should. Oh, the lights.
yeah, it's still Rave Master right now.
Fine.
Anyway, what I was saying was you grow up playing the games alone.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to talk to, so you're not talking. You're just focusing on what you're doing. And I have a very hard time breaking out of that.
Well, for me, it was either playing with my well, at the time, my brothers sometimes, every now and then. I was always considered the jinx amongst the brothers because I would always somehow mess them up in the game. Don't ask me how I did that, but kids, And or my play with my best friend at the time, Joel Redmond. I still remember his name. And Joel Redmond, if you still remember this guy, hit me up, bro. Anyways, I used to play games with him all the time. And if not, when I got older, and especially in high school times, and we would always go over to my best friend at the time, or one of my best friends. I had two in high school. Michael Guerrero and Brian were my two best friends. We go to Michael's house, and we all sit on the couch or on the bed, and we would just play Halo and any video game, and we would talk stuff. We would smack each other around and pick on each other, and it was that was my growing up. So I was very much a let's talk and have a conversation while we're playing video games, and so that's why how I want my streams to be. I wanted to make it feel like you are right next to me, chit-chatting it up while I'm playing a video game. Because I'm able to sit there and just watch people play video games. Not a problem at all. It's as long as you say something, I'm gonna say something back, and that's my thing. I'm gonna always be talking as long as there's a line of communication. And so I feel very comfortable having conversations with people. Okay, she's just okay. So we're gonna just switch. Don't worry, we're just gonna switch over here and fix a few things, but we'll work with it. All right, so got into streaming because it was just a good thing to have your husband, and I'm sure you all enjoy it very much. And I'm now gonna fix things while you're walking around. There we go. All right, so let's go and jump into a few things.
Damn right, sponsored by Mountain Dew.
Yeah, if only. Man, can you imagine? We got a sponsor. That would be a day.
I love it.
That would be nice. Pay me and I'll say shit about your product. Good or bad, you're deal with it. So if everybody does not know, I just got done building my PC, like he was saying a few minutes ago, building my PC. Now, do you know what I got in this PC, Corvo?
I seen that. I seen you had the motherboard, the 1,000 watt power supply, the double rad cooler, and I think you have an M.2 hard drive.
Oh yeah, I gotta get that thing working right now on my Windows. There's a activate Windows key because I cloned my old hard drive to the M.2, and now because it's not the original hard drive, it's giving me activate Windows.
Damn.
Great. So I got.
If I had known that you were gonna have to shit. If you could have been down for a day and I was close enough, I could have done that where you wouldn't have had that problem.
How is that one mini PC going, by the way?
The mini PC is it's going good. I haven't brought it home yet, but I've been working on it occasionally, off and on while I'm working. The one that I got's got 16 gigs of RAM in it.
Okay. Oh, that's
so, and it has an i7. So it's going to be a good little box to push up like you were wanting to do.
Yeah.
I do have to re-image the drive. It doesn't have an M.2 slot, but I have a couple of SSDs around here.
Yeah.
One I'm going to find its way in there for you.
Nice. I'm going to say, if I ever want an M.2, I can always get an expansion card with M.2 capabilities. So,
right.
PCI card.
But yeah, I'm gonna get that together for you, and probably next week or so, and I'll try to get it shipped out to you so you can.
Gotcha. So okay, so tell me, I know we were talking about a little earlier, and you get to show it off. Now, some of you, for those in chat, maybe already knew this already. I want to see them again. They look so good. Show me them. Show me them cards. Show me them cards, y'all chat. Like this guy's getting better and better almost by the week. Look how good these things are looking right now. For anybody that does not know, again, this is the cards from Final Fantasy VIII. This is the, what's the name of the cards again?
Triple Triad.
Triple Triad. And even the back of them look great. I like, those look so good. So those go into Lord Pestilence?
Yeah, as soon as I finish working out the few little kinks I got left.
Yeah.
I had originally printed him a complete set out of the other printer.
Yeah.
And I was tinkering with this one on the side. And I've decided that what I'm going to do, Pest, you're going to have to wait a little bit longer, buddy. I'm sorry. But these are much better quality than the original ones that I intended to send you. And I want to send you the best I can.
Yeah, those things
so
are looking...
I got a few little kinks left to work out. A little bit of basically a little bit of alignment, you know.
Yeah.
They're just a hair off, not much. You can't even hardly tell it looking in the camera. But when I get that fixed, I'm gonna put a fresh set of toner in because this actually come off of a laser jet.
Oh, a laser! You know, I actually thought about getting one of those at one time, but I'm like,
this is not ink. This is laser, and this is 110-pound cardstock.
I still the 100-pound thing. It's 110 pound for cards. It's just, it sounds so weird to hear that. Okay, do you know what kind of pound card or pound paper does Pokemon cards come in?
Between 110 and 120.
Okay, so they vary?
No, they just the industry standards originally.
Yeah.
They were running at 120 back when they were the original cards a little thicker.
Yeah.
They've went to 110 now. They're still thicker than normal paper and all that good stuff, but the machines don't require as much maintenance running 110 versus 120 because 120 is really hard on like all the rollers and guides and stuff on the machines that print them.
Okay.
So they're still giving you thick cards on good paper, but they're cutting some of their overhead on maintenance by going to 10-pound less paper.
Okay, I have to say, like, I'm not a big paper guy, but my favorite kind of paper is either one of two things. Either it's this I have this leather bound book that I've been having for a long time. I better ever write in it because I love the way this thing looks. This like old school, like you can literally see the woves in the paper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Or there have two picture anime pictures that have like that thread going through the paper. You know what I'm saying?
It's called cotton fiber paper.
I love the way that stuff feels and how durable it is.
I love parchment.
Parchment.
I'm a
Okay.
parchment person.
And I like anytime I ever get something that has a cool image on it, it has to be that threaded paper. Like for me, it has to be because it's so malleable, but like it feels like it like I couldn't rip it easily, even though you can.
Yeah. Yeah. These cards, when I get this little bit tinkered, this little bit of stuff worked out, dude, it's gonna take my paper cards to a whole different level. I mean, I just showed you that was a test page.
Yeah.
You know? Um
Are you still
so
gonna, are
that
you still the printer that you were talking about before, or is that like
no. I'm still gonna do that for the PVC ones because I'm still gonna make some PVC cards. I'm sure there's people that would like to have some, that they ain't worried about being paper and getting torn up and stuff like that. But my plan is to get the paper ones where I want them,
mm-hmm.
and then invest in the stuff for the PVC ones and be able to offer either or, whichever one you want.
Okay, so you've been getting back and making the cards. I've been making something myself. Now, for those who've been paying attention, the little guy right back down here. And the reason why I've got into this, I made me a little bit of a Piccolo. For everybody does not know, my favorite character from Dragon Ball Z. And reason why I started getting to this, I went to a 1-day anime kind of convention show, but it was pretty much only allowing like cells on the show because pretty much all the guests and all the anime stuff was canceled due to COVID. So yay! And I went there, and it was like a whole stall of like this guy selling this stuff, and really he wasn't selling like this was like $8, like not this one, but around $8 for this size right here. So it's about size about my hands or so about maybe a foot long, and it was like $8. I'm like, I could just make it myself. I could just make it myself and make as much as I want. And I love the way this look. Now I heard Stealthy, you tried to do this before? Like
I was much younger when I tried.
Okay, so like I know this is not a relatively new thing, but this wasn't like really. It was hard, but it wasn't like I can imagine anybody can do
I
this.
was 8. They gave me a set, and I didn't have the paper that goes between the beads and the iron.
Yeah, I get you. I actually use a
pretty sure that's pretty hard when it starts sticking to the iron.
I use a hotel iron. This is one of those little irons that they fold up and put on the wall. We bought this from a thrift store. Save $1. Okay, so that was something I've been working on. I'm still waiting for a tax come in. We still haven't got a tax come in yet. Still. Almost 2 months.
We got ours.
We have not got ours yet. Still waiting on it.
Maybe.
Yep.
So I can fix my 3D printer or my printers and get that out the door. Oh God, I like every time I look at my 3D printers, I'm just going, I want to print something out, but I can't because they gotta fix them. One of them should be relatively easy, but the other one is the bed problem. I have to figure that out, when I get money in.
Call me. We'll do a video call when you go to do the bed. We'll work it out.
We'll work something out.
It's about something that was said though by Darkness.
What was that?
Darkness said she looks young. She looks like she's 30. I know I'm not saying anything bad or anything. In fact, I'm very happy about that because I actually had somebody for once actually hit my age on the dot.
Not say you're like in your 20s.
First time, because usually they like, oh, she looks like she's still in high school. She's still a teenager. And I'm going,
I had thoughts,
So
but
now I'm kind of curious if they're that good with you guys.
Darkness, StealthElfJade. That's her stream name.
yes, be sure to go check her out. Go give her a follow. She likes to play a lot of Zelda games, a lot of Nintendo games. Right now she's playing. Are you still playing Ni no Kuni?
Yes, I'm still playing Ni no Kuni.
Okay, so everybody's
You missed
interested in
me
that.
getting off the boat.
Ah, God. Anyways, I'll catch up with it eventually. Eventually, yeah. That's always a fun thing to try to catch up on.
I don't know if Darkness can guess this one's age. I don't know if Grumpy would be up to having his age guess, but I kind of want to know if he can get.
I don't care if if they can get mine.
I'm kind of curious.
Other than loving one and grumpy mom, anybody else can give a guess. Go be my guess. If I shave my beard, I could probably look like I'm in high school again. I don't know. I my bod says otherwise though. The face is young, but the body is not.
It might just be the general area where we live at that's what causes it. I don't know. I just know that I'm tired of it, and I just want to go like, ooh, a different finger to all of them. Go like,
but maybe it's your cultural skin. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're that youthful.
Could be.
That youthful genes.
Everybody's like, oh, such a blessing. You understand when you get older, you won't look so old. And I'm just going like, I don't think you understand that that's not actually a compliment. That's an insult because then everybody treats you like you're younger. And I don't think you guys remember how that feels.
This body's been through 2 kids. Then again, you can hit that at that one age, like some cultures, right? You hit that one age, and it just goes, boom, right? Like you go into your 40s, your 50s, you're still looking vibrant, youthful, but you hit that one age, you just bam.
I want you to watch his face when I ask him this question.
Sure.
Sweetie, how old does my mom look?
She don't look her age. She look much younger.
Much younger. Like, but say, give it a couple more years. Maybe that age will finally drop off.
She's almost 60, and she looks like she's 40.
Oh man, give me those genetics. I'm pretty sure anybody. Of course, like you can take away my fingernail genetics. I'll gladly give that away. My hairiness. Take that gene. Give me my hair back in my head, please.
I think you mean the wrong kind of hairiness. That hairiness, but up here.
You need me to donate?
Oh, God.
I'll donate.
It wouldn't work. I've literally seen some people.
I don't think it's the right hair color.
I've seen some people, no lie, take their hair where the hairline is, like cut their skin and pull it forward and staple back, trying to remove their receding hairline forward. And I'm like, no.
That's mine right there.
Sweetie, it doesn't matter what color their hair is. This is Grumpy. He has a red beard. He has blonde eyebrows. Why not dark hair?
Let's just go the full spectrum. Why not hair?
Yeah.
Let's go carpet red too while we're at it.
Hey, they make dye for that.
That's cheating. All right, so okay. I know we had another conversation or another topic that we wanted to
you wanted me to open some packages, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Definitely want to open the package. I'm kind of upset. I've already saw the packages and I'm like, what the hell? Why are they sitting in that kind of package? Like, that makes me very nervous.
The first one
came in like this.
Came in completely different.
Like, was it in a box or was it in like that too?
No, like this is how it came.
That makes me nervous. I have to say, that makes me so nervous. Okay, so if everybody does not know, I did a little bit of a giving it forward, I guess you might say, giving it back to Corvo here for giving me such kind things. I believe giving things in life forward and be sure give back to him. And I know how much he loves a certain genre. Loves it.
Dude, these things are in good condition too.
I want to see how the conditions are because they better be.
All right. So here's 02. The corners aren't bent.
Good.
Or anything like that.
No smudges.
It's still here cracking.
Oh, I heard that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's never been opened. This book has never been opened.
How are they selling used books but they've never been opened? That makes no sense.
Okay, here's
I wouldn't
here's
complain
here's
about it.
03. Same situation here.
And there's only 3, by the way. There is not a 4th one. There's only 3.
Check it out.
Didn't hear that time, but that's all right. I'll take it as word. No, I don't hear shots. Don't hear that one.
Better than the other one.
But yeah, they're in excellent condition.
All right, so
Like there's no way those books have been opened and read because I would have to bend them on open, and they have resistance still.
gotcha. So everybody does not know what he just opened up, and 0203, that is the Japanese translated into American hardback. Get those words, hardback. Transformer mangas.
Mangas, yes.
That were translated from Japan to Americans and given a hardback. Now, for everybody does not know, hardback is not a common theme when it comes to manga. Like, it's primarily if it's special edition and or it's paperback. Like, that's it.
And for those that didn't see, this is 01. This was the first one I got.
You might got in trouble by reading that one.
Yes, I
Okay.
did.
Tell me the story. Tell the chat about the story about that, because I don't think we did it on the stream before.
So I come home one day at lunch, and Stealthy's like, "Hey, there's a package on your chair that come in, and you had notified me that there were some packages heading my way." So I stripped it open. I seen what it was and was extremely excited. So there's no way I was leaving it here. Took it to work with me, and I had some machines building, and I couldn't really do anything while they were building. So I cracked it open. I'm sitting there reading the manga in my cubicle when my boss's boss pops his head over the corner. "What you doing?" "Oh, I'm building these machines, sir." "What's in your hand?" "My manga."
What?
"Is that a book?" "Yes." "Okay." Walks off. I'm like, "Oh."
It's a book. Now, how long were you reading this book before you realized you were reading a book?
Dude, I think I was probably in it like 45 minutes before I realized that I was in it.
Oh, just like I cannot. You probably can express it or probably attribute to this. Reading a manga, like I know some people like reading the words, but once you read a manga, it is so hard to pull yourself away from it.
Yeah, it's a little different because they're, for me, what does it is not only is it words, is it a story, but there's illustrations, and I love illustrations.
Yeah.
So like I read what's going on and see what's going on.
It's all the artistry, it's all the details and seeing that moment, and your mind is like almost filling in the play by play through the image. It's not like it's a still image at that point. It's almost like it's moving in
It's
your
moving.
mind while you're reading the words and looking at the image. So it's like almost like a movie at some point. I've caught myself several times looking at a manga and like seeing stuff in my mind and reading from the manga, like seeing the image and like then thinking something happened and never happened. What's yep.
Nothing. I didn't realize she had clicked something and I clicked it and I was like, "Ooh, I gotta re-click." Anyway, so yeah, there, and I in my interest in collections and stuff, I am I have a wide field of things that I collect.
Yeah.
And I mean, I already have in my head a list of things that will be coming back in June
Well,
when we go on our trip.
I think a lot of people are like that. So it's like being a fan of anything. If you're only buying from one thing, it's because you only experience one thing. Like if somebody, let's say, for like I've only buy Zelda figurines. I'm like, have you ever experienced any other game but Zelda? No. Well, if you've experienced more than just Zelda, I'm pretty sure you would be buying more than just things from Zelda because there's so many good things out there
Yep.
that to enjoy. And I have collections of things, and I'm like, I would love to get more of it. But there's so many other good shows and so many other good things out there that I enjoy personally that I would love to have more on. And it comes a what's the word for it when you're eclectic collection of it.
Eclectic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's a very large a group of things that I don't have a one thing that I focus on. Even though Pokemon is relatively very known in
Prominent.
America, and of course Dragon Ball Z. So there's plenty of that in the states. Southeast,
Yeah.
what is that in your little hand right there? You hold it with such pride. You have to tell me what's the story about you loving sloth so much.
Oh, we finally get to embarrass you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Damn.
No, when we first started dating, I was very much I guess you could say clingy. Kind of. Like not clingy like, oh my god, don't ever leave me. I will die if you leave my area for 1 hour. Not that kind of clingy, but like if he was anywhere nearby, I was usually on top of him, holding on to him, kind of hanging off kind of a deal. And it was especially bad, like if I had just woken up or if I had just fallen asleep. Like if he tried to leave, it did not work so well.
Okay.
So I would usually be hanging off of him. Well, at one point, he had to get up. He was going. I think it was to work, and I was half asleep. I didn't realize what was going on at the point. So I reached out for him and I was hanging on him and he's like, you have to let me go. I'm like, no, baby soft doesn't want to let go. And he goes like, oh, and he pats my head, slowly cuddles me back up in the bed. I fall back asleep and then he leaves. He comes back and goes like, sweetie, do you remember what you told me this morning? I'm like, nope. Not one bit. I'm over here. I'm just kind of cuddled up next to him, being all kind of like, I'm happy, I'm good, I'm chill. He's like, oh, you don't remember being a little baby soft this morning? I was like, not really, but sure, I'll be your baby soft. But he's like, oh, he's about to die over in the corner. He gets all embarrassed, and then his friend from across the road comes into the house. And he sees him being all mushy, which is not normal.
He's being
Good.
romantic. He's being
Me? I am the mushiest of mushy.
What's wrong with him? I was like, I did something this morning. I'm not sure what it was, but obviously he thought it was very cute and sweet and adorable. So now his little baby soft, and he goes like, oh, aren't you adorable? You have a little baby soft. And ever since then, anytime anybody ever says it, he gets all red in the face and doesn't want to look at him anymore because it embarrasses him.
Baby sloth, do 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 do. Baby sloth,
And I
do
hate
do
that
do
song.
do. Baby sloth, do 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 do. Baby sloth. So,
Are you okay?
Ah!
is the clinginess and the red face coming about?
You know that's two, right? I'm adding these up. You throwed me under the bus on the graphics card. Now you baby slothing me. At some point, retribution will be mine.
Payback will happen eventually, but it's okay. At least it's better than being called Boompa. My wife, when we first got together, don't ask me what Boompa is and what the fuck it means, but that was my name for the longest time. It was Boompa, and I'm like, all right, I've been called many things in my life. Boompa, Doopa, Doopity Dee. We're gonna go with that, I guess. And I have to go bye. If you're saying bye to the chat, anyways. And that you can't very much go find a little stuffy animal of a Boompa because I don't know what the heck that is. So I will say it's better at least have some a connection to that. I'm hearing myself again.
I don't know how.
I don't know how to do that. But anyways, and I think yeah, we got one. So let's go ahead and wrap this up. So y'all can go get your kids, get your life in order. But anyways, let's wrap this up. If anybody here new here and have not already hit that like button, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help out the channel to grow. I'd like to get it to 100 by end of the year. Not a big thing to ask you. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it to as many people as you can. And as always, leave a comment below. It really helps out the algorithm, and YouTube is all about that. I know you may not want to, but please do it. It's as much as I asked already as it is. Please do it to help out this channel grow. I would be definitely appreciative about that. But anyways, if you ever want to check out my YouTube, or not my YouTube, check out my Twitch channel. That's down below, Grumpy B Gaming, or Grumpy Bear on Twitch.tv/Grumpy B. And of course, I keep messing up. We got StealthElfJade at twitch.tv/StealthElfJade. Go be sure to check her out. I was say check out Corvo, but he barely ever streams. And of course, if anybody wants to check out our social media for anything like that, let's say for the cards or otherwise. And for a little announcement or quick announcement, I will be doing a charity stream within the week or so. I need some thresh goals to hit, and I need a charity to choose. I'd like to choose one for dyslexia or reading problems for kids. That's my choice. But if we can't find one of those, we might do one for animals. We're going to go there. So if you're interested, check that out, that stream. Stay tuned. I'll announce when the day is, and gives me people, and I'll have to hit some of the thresholds. One of the thresholds will be me eating this on stream. It's backwards, I know, but it's pretty much a nitro hot spicy gummy bear. And will probably suck, and I will probably regret taking it. And that's one of the things.
It's funny to watch him trying to eat something spicy.
Yeah, I know. So if you want to help that out and help that charity out when I get it announced and when I find out what charity I'm choosing, that would be much appreciated. But as always, let's have the ending. Have